All right, what's going on, guys? So this is a W3230. This is a thermostatic controller. It's Chinese, but it's really hard to understand because I got this on Amazon. It was $5. I can actually put a link if you would like. But how this is used, how you can control this. So this is how you wire it, essentially. So the black wire is your thermostat. You can kind of see it down in there. This is on my chicken brooder. This is basically so I don't have to raise and lower throughout the day. I can just turn these ceramic heaters on and off. I'll show you the whole thing. Anyways, so this is how you're supposed to wire it. So on the back here, it says VCC, so that's volt current. So that is gonna be your hot wire, essentially. So on mine, my hot wire is black, but that's not always the case because who knows who's wired your house. So you can actually just hang these open, plug it in, because I made my own plug right there. But plug it in, and then whatever wire, without grounding the other, so you just use the hot wire on your voltmeter, and you touch both wires. Whatever wire has more volts is your hot wire, the other is your neutral, which I don't know if you know this, but your neutral is just a fancy word for ground because your neutral is grounded at the box. Like your neutral touches ground. It does not matter. So how you wire this is the hot wire connects to the hot wire. So I just did black to black. It doesn't matter. It's alternating current. But so your hot wire comes in, goes to one of the sides. So on this, I have just wire nuts going to 2 heaters. Anyways, hot wire to 2 heaters through one wire. And then I put another wire to come into the VCC. So not only is this providing volts to this, but it's also providing the hot wire to the light. So basically this is just connecting a ground. This is like a fancy ground switch essentially. Then this other wire all the way to the left, which is your S2, connects to the other side of the light. So that connects to the white wire of the light or whatever it is. Then these 2 middle wires are basically your ground wire. So I didn't know if I needed both. This does work. So I just put 2 wires into the neutral wire in here because I don't actually run a ground wire out in my garage. It's a really old house. Anyways, but these are basically the same wire. I guess I could have ran a jumper, but the terminals are really small. Anyways, but this is how you wire it. Again, hot to hot on the light. The other hot comes to here. So your hot goes to the light and to here. So it's a 3-way split. Your neutral goes from, well, the neutral and the light goes to all the way to the left, your S2. And then your actual neutral coming in off your wire from the plug-in goes to your, it says C and D, but it's supposed to say ground, and S1. So this just connects the neutral essentially. And then I can show you how to set it up. I'm gonna clean this up first. All right, I do apologize if it is blinking. It says 28 and 34.7. So I really actually, I think I want this to be 35.5. And then I think that's how you, so you set the temp by just hitting it one fast time and it blinks, and then you can move it and you hit set to end. So you hold it for 5 seconds. It's not actually 5 seconds, maybe it is. Okay, so this is on heat. It comes on cool, which you can see this little light up here. As soon as I turn it on heat, obviously this is the current going out. All right, so this is P0. You want to set to heat, unless you want to set it to cool, which you can actually put 2 of these in. Essentially, once it gets to a certain point in heat, you can vent this whole thing. But let's go back to it. Again, 5 seconds. P0. Go to hot, heat. 0.3, so this is just the variation between, like, it's gonna drop 0.3 before it kicks on, essentially. This is your maximum. It doesn't really matter that much, honestly. Hopefully it never touches this. Your minimum -55, it will never touch that. I have no clue what P4 is, or P5, or P6, or P7. I think this is like a reset P8 is like a reset for your heating element. Anyways, but literally that is all. So again, just set it to heat. And then this one, your P1, which you can see, it's gonna take a second. I'll come back once it's heating up. I'm gonna rewire another one of these.